I'll be giving this dining room a complete makeover, but let's start by swapping out that outdated light fixture. So stick around and I'll show you how. First thing you'll want to do is clear the entire center of the room so that way you can easily access the light fixture. Next, let's disconnect the power to that light and set up your ladder. I'm going to remove the globes and the bulbs from the light fixture first. And before I get too far into this project, I'm going to go ahead and open up the new light fixture. We want to examine all of the contents to make sure nothing's damaged. And then we also want to see what we have to work with here. Once we've got that all checked out, let's go ahead and remove the existing light fixture. You'll take each wire nut that's in there and unscrew them to separate all of the wires. As you can see here, I've got this set of wires coming from the ceiling. We have our white, which is the neutral, and the black, which is the hot. And then we have this set of wires coming from the light fixture. There's also this red wire coming out of the ceiling. That's a secondary hot. We don't need it for this install. So right now it's got a wire nut. We're just going to leave that as is. And the final part to removing the old light fixture is to remove the bracket. Now my bracket is screwed right into the stud, so I do want to be careful when I'm unscrewing it so that I don't strip the screws. And there we go. I've got the old light fixture removed. Let's put that out of the way. Now on the new light fixture, you're just going to follow the instructions that came with it. Mine has 3 different down rods that I could use. I can use all of them, or I can just use some of them. I'm going to go ahead and use them all because I do want a pretty low light since it's hanging above my dining room table. First thing we're going to do is screw the new bracket into the stud. Now, if you don't have a stud, you'll have a plastic or metal junction box or a light box up there that you'll attach this bracket to instead. As you can see here, I've got the white and black wire coming down the middle of the bracket. The red one is tucked up inside there. Again, I don't need that red wire, so we're going to keep the wire nut on it and tucked up out of the way. Now, because the light fixture is so long and kind of bulky, I was able to take the ladder and kind of move it about and position it to where I could rest the bottom of the light fixture on one of the rungs of the ladder, so that way I could have both hands free to get the wiring in. Now, if you have a second person, they could help hold it in place for you as well, but this worked out since I was doing this solo. And for this step, we're just attaching the wires. Both white wires are going to be attached with a wire nut, and both black wires are going to be attached with a wire nut. Now this part isn't necessary, but I do like to take some electrical tape, wrap it around the base of the wire nut just to give it a little bit of extra protection. Now for this last part, I'll tuck the wires in and attach the screws that came with it to the bracket that we mounted and turn the power back on. We will insert all of the bulbs. This particular light fixture requires G9 size light bulbs, so I'm putting those in. If you're interested in this mid-century modern Sputnik style chandelier, I'll drop the link for that and the G9 light bulbs down in the description for you. Finally, I'm going to attach the new globes. And then I made sure to buy dimmable light bulbs because I do have a dimmer switch in this room, so that way it will allow me to control the brightness. And here is the finished project. It's so easy to swap out a light fixture. It's a really quick, low-cost way to update your space and can help you totally transform a room. And even better, if you have old, outdated lighting, this will be more efficient, especially when you can swap it out with LED. And of course, you can buy brighter white light bulbs if you want. I chose a soft white since this was a dining room installation. Drop questions in the comments and be sure to subscribe for more DIY Made Easy.